Alright, I want to make a little video. I've had guys ask, how do you clean some places that are hard to reach from clippings? Let's say you guys use tarps all the time. Of course you can use tarps, but the amount of time that you spend on setting up tarps, walking on them, moving them around, no matter how perfectly you set them up, you still end up having mess. So this is typically how I do it. Anytime I trim anything, besides of course just doing the top, doing the sides, I always make sure that I trim from the bottom. Number one reason is for the air circulation. Number two, to keep it open, and then it's easy to blow out the clippings from underneath. Anytime I have a bed or an area, I always try to pick out a spot or two spots where I will blow all the leaves and needles to. In this situation, it's right here. We could have done it on the outside, but because you have a retaining wall, it would not come out. So you always try to find a way with the least resistance. Something like this, you never want to use a backpack blower. Number one, it's too powerful and it's going to pop out a lot of these branches. And the problem with the blower, the tube is always here. You can only go left and right and up, but you cannot go any lower. So for that, you always want to use a small little handheld. One of the reasons I like to use these, because you can rotate this thing anywhere from every direction. And when it's in idle, let me start this up. Hold on. When it's in idle, it gives you just enough of a flow to move things around without doing too much damage, but at the same time. So typically what I do is run everything underneath, and the this side, all the clippings will go first wave here, there, there, and you end up making a pile. You can see, this is pretty up. Definitely come out. Anytime you blow areas of gravel, you just blow straight, you don't end up getting results. You want to wiggle it. Kind of make your own little tornado. That's what really gets the clippings out between the rocks, lifts them up, and when it lifts them up, it's when you accelerate and you blow it all in. And another little tip. Don't focus on bringing large volumes of debris. The large volume of debris you want to remove, because the more you have to push, the more will get stuck, the more you'll have to reblow. So if you end up having a lot of trimmings or a lot of clippings, you want to just kind of do a rough rake them out. For that we use either a small shrub rake, and the guy can get into the tight little spaces, and of course you can touch it up with a bigger one. Another tip with trimming, if you guys have regular maintenance accounts, don't wait for the shrubs to get to 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. The longer clippings get, the more they get stuck underneath, because a lot of them have the Ys. They always end up getting stuck behind something. For example, like you see this sprinkler. So it's better to trim these guys more often, shaving off only an inch, inch and a half. The smaller the clippings, the easier it is to clean them up, the easier it is to blow them and work with them. So, and plus hedges, they love to be trimmed about 3 times per year. You can go as many times as 4. These boxes right here, you can see actually it's got 2 varieties. It's got one and a second one, that's the velvet. I don't remember the kind of this one right here, but it's 2 different kinds. They may look about the same right now, but the velvet's got a different leaf and it's got a different hue to it. But there's the hedge, burned up the maple tree. As you can see, still that guy right there needs to be raised up since there's none on the other side. We want to kind of make it more symmetrical, and on top make it more thin out some of the branches. It is all in the details.